Let's be honest, no one likes to talk about the next economic downturn, but it does strike me as unwise not to. According to ITR Economics, all signs point toward a global economic depression beginning around 2030. And while that sounds alarming, I believe that the real danger isn't that forecast, it's the complacency that often follows the prosperity that we've had. If you're a business owner, you have a couple short years here to decide, will you be reactive when this hits, or will you be purposeful now while you still can be? I'm not here to preach doom and gloom. I'm here to talk about stewardship, leadership, and meaning. Because how we prepare for this next cycle says more about us as leaders than any EBITDA figure ever could. If you haven't read anything by ITR Economics, check them out. They have a remarkable track record, 94.7% forecasting accuracy over decades of doing this work. Their research suggests that demographic decline, global debt saturation, and just structural inefficiencies in Western economies are all going to converge around 2030. So to put simply, growth will slow, markets will contract, credit will tighten. But here's what's fascinating. The business owners who are most prepared for downturns aren't necessarily the ones with the largest balance sheets. They're the ones with the deepest clarity of purpose. Because when uncertainty rises, purpose becomes strategy. Every economic storm has two kinds of leaders. The first group tightens their grip. They cut investment, they hoard cash, and they retreat into fear. The second group steps back, takes a deep breath, and asks, what is life and this business asking of me now? So that second group builds legacies. Dr. Viktor Frankl called this responsibility to meaning. The idea that even in suffering or uncertainty, life demands a response from us. And for today's entrepreneurs, the call is clear. Prepare with purpose. If you believe that the 2030 depression is coming, and the data does suggest that, then leadership right now is about more than just profit. It's about positioning and protecting of your employees' livelihoods, protecting of your family's legacy, protecting the communities that depend on your success. This is what separates builders from bystanders, owners who see downturns as moral moments, not just market shifts. They build differently. They invest in systems, people, and successors because they know their work carries responsibility. Purpose-driven leaders don't just want to survive the next cycle, they want to redeem it. Many owners I talk to remember 2008 like it was yesterday. They can tell you exactly where they were when the call came from the bank, or the contract got canceled, or the pipeline dried up overnight. And yet, many of them will also tell you that tough season shaped who they and the company became. The next coming years will once again offer that same refining opportunity for us. Those who prepare not only strengthen their companies, they strengthen their character. Because in business, as in life, every storm clarifies what's essential. Famously, Dr. Frankl wrote, when we're no longer able to change a situation, we still are challenged to change ourselves. That's what this moment demands, a change of how we think about readiness, wealth, and legacy. Now, most owners think preparation means de-risking. And yes, that's part of it, but the best preparation is directional. It's not about retreating, it's about redefining. So ask yourself, who am I becoming while I build this company? What does my team need to keep growing, even if I'm not here? How can my capital and leadership be used to strengthen, not just shelter? Because when meaning informs planning, the resilience that follows just comes naturally. Purpose and prudence are not opposites, they're partners. The wisest owners I know are already modeling this. They're reducing debt, they're training their leadership team, they're working hard to diversify revenue, and building purpose-driven cultures that can outlast any one person or any one cycle. Recently, I worked with a construction firm owner who had been through 2 recessions, and he carried the scars to prove it. But instead of letting fear define him, his company had taken a different approach. They made meaning one of their KPIs. You can do the same. Here's a powerful question to ask your leadership team. If the economy resets, who do we want to be on the other side of it? That single question can reframe anything. Now look, you can build reserves. You can train cross-functional leaders. You can document all of your key processes. Get intentional about mentoring your younger employees, preparing them for leadership. By the time the next contraction comes, you won't need to panic. While some competitors will freeze, your team can expand into new markets and acquire struggling firms. Why? Because you will be prepared, not just financially, but philosophically. So let's fast forward. Imagine that it's the year 2030. The world looks different. Some businesses will close. Some will consolidate, and a very few, will stand as beacons of integrity and culture and resilience. So which side do you want to be on? The difference will not come down to timing or luck. It will come down to leadership. Who took this window seriously enough to plan, to purpose, and to prepare? You have time, but maybe not as much as you think. The clock between now and 2030 is not a countdown to crisis. It's an invitation to clarity. Every system you strengthen, every leader you develop, every purpose you define will echo beyond the downturn. So take a page from ITR Economics. Take their data seriously. But also take Dr. Frankel's insight even more seriously. The goal here is not just to define the storm, it's to become someone worthy of leading through it. Because when 2030 comes, and it will, the real story won't be about the economy, it'll be about the kind of leaders we became in the years prior to that. And if you're listening now, that story is still yours to write. If you're interested in learning more about what you heard, please use the link in the description to visit the website, and you can receive the first few chapters of the book for free.